You're listening to REIA Radio, the nationally trusted name in real estate investing. We dig deep to discover investors' why in real estate. If you want to skip all the BS and get in investors' heads, you're in the right spot. Be one of the thousands to check out REIARadio.com. Welcome to REIA Radio. This is episode 281 of the Real Estate Rundown with Owen Dashner
and Ted Kaasch
and Denlis Bertrand.
Sometimes.
Occasionally. Welcome back, Denlis. Good to see your pretty face over there.
Well, we just got done with a long episode with an old buddy of mine, Kelly Klein.
Old school buddy of yours.
And
the stories.
Yes.
The stories abound.
I'm just interested to see how many of them actually end up airing.
There is going to be a heavy amount of redaction, I think, in that. Continuing the theme.
I would like to think that our podcasts generally are free form and we put everything out there, kind of like a Joe Rogan style. But our editors seem to think that that is not the best idea.
A little bit of trimming, a little bit of cutting room floor action going on, but super fun, really successful local businessman Kelly is, and you've been longtime friends.
Longtime friends.
Risk opponents.
Yeah, risk opponents. You will find out a lot of history probably about me.
About why Ted is how he is.
Things you've never known or heard on the podcast, believe it or not, because we've talked about everything over the last 5 years. But yeah, this is a deep dive into Kelly and me.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what you're getting into here with this. So not much in the way of real estate conversations.
Well, he's got a real estate portfolio, and we definitely
does do that, but we didn't dig it. That wasn't the focus.
You know, it's funny is that right after we record the episode, I did lunch, and he's got some associates from around the country. We never even talked about this on the podcast, but he's putting together a big buyer group where they're doing pay-per-click leads.
Oh, is that right?
And there's some high net worth individuals in this group.
Yeah.
And a lot of the stuff that you were doing with Red Ladder.
Yeah.
And I told them, I was like, you probably should have a meeting with Owen and see how he can help you with this. And because that was his, that was the thing that he was really good at, and he's still getting leads off it, even though he isn't doing pay-per-click leads. But how we never even brought that up, I have no idea.
Yeah. Despite all the ground we covered, there was a lot left unsaid, apparently.
Yes.
But super fun episode.
And he hit me up. He goes, we really need to have a second interview. There's some things I really want to talk about that we didn't get into.
See, now he's all enthused. It took him forever to get in here.
Yeah, we hit him up since literally the first probably 20 episodes.
No, super fun episode coming up on Wednesday. Stay tuned for that. And what about you? Let's talk about what is going on. Let's do a little postmortem now.
Postmortem.
After the dust has settled on selling your 5-unit, our old REIA Radio studio where the magic all started.
It's gone?
It's gone. Where Ted ceremoniously fell on top of a table while losing his balance. Multiple things have fallen off the walls. People have been screaming at the top of their lungs outside.
Not one tile has fallen off this wall.
Hot rods slanging by at all hours of the day and night.
People looking in the podcast front window.
People looking in at us while we're recording. A lot of memories there.
It was fun. Yeah. It was fun. It was the best place to start it.
So how do you feel, man? What's it like? Is it like giving birth?
Well, I mentioned this previously, but it's a lot of work to run that many Airbnbs and self-manage.
Yep.
Okay, so now I'm still co-hosting 2 Airbnbs that Airbnb will not let me release. They're doing a communication by See It All. So that part's a little different, but I haven't had to run down to the Airbnb to let somebody in or get their package out of the front door. And I haven't had to go take out the trash, which has been kind of nice.
Yes.
So there's a couple reliefs there. It was really bringing in a ton of money for me. It was a big chunk of my income every month. There at the end because I had it so successful. So that part is...
It's a little mixed feeling on that, right?
It is, yes. Yeah, and I'm renting the basement storage area until I can get all my stuff out of there. So I still have some connections there.
You're never going to be rid of that place. Never.
I have your old maintenance guy, my maintenance guy, grabbing a whole bunch of furniture out of there.
Okay.
And that will get the big chunk out.
They're not be going in my house.
Yes. And then the car wash I purchased has a storage unit.
Uh-huh.
So anything that is worthy of keeping, I'll bring down there for now.
Yeah.
And then I have another storage unit where I keep a lot of my grandma's stuff. I'm going to put in that storage unit too.
You're kind of already in the storage business, it sounds like.
Well, technically I have one. And, but ultimately this car wash is exciting. I've been really taking some advice from Kelly, to be honest with you. Kelly, I looked at the numbers and everything. He's like, makes sense, but he goes, don't put any money into this until it proves exactly what you're told. He goes like, wait 4 months, 5 months, prove that it's making money, take those profits and then put it in there. Don't go into debt over this. So, because I have some ideas for the car wash. First off, I want to put a sign on it that says the name of it.
Are you going to name it anything special? Big Ted's? Big Ted Suds.
We talked about this at one point, and originally I was going to come up with a fun name, and I went through a whole bunch of names. But in the end, I think that keeping it the Louisville Car Wash makes it part of the city.
Okay.
And if I buy more, maybe I'll have the LLC be my name, but I think the car wash names will be named after the cities.
Okay.
Make it feel like part of the community.
Got it.
I thought you were gonna be like Kaasch wash or some kind of thing.
That's what I said.
Cash clean.
Yeah.
Wasn't that my idea? Kaasch wash?
And then you go, you can't call it Cash Clean because your last name is Kaasch.
Yeah.
It's kind of like my stage name, buddy.
Okay.
But yeah, that's it's a big transition. I'm super excited, but I'm also really excited that I've had this opportunity to move on to my next stage.
Mm-hmm.
And
you're coming out of your cocoon,
and keep me in mind if you're listening to this and you have a car wash that's within an hour of Omaha, preferably not in Omaha. If you have a potential Oxford home that's outside of Omaha, or if you have a storage opportunity that's in Omaha, around Omaha, I don't really care, but within an hour of Omaha, I'm entertaining all those.
How big of a storage unit? What's the price point?
Well, I don't think I'm going to say no to anything because there's so many people that reached out to me and told me that they would
partner
invest.
with you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I would just have to be really smart with how I partner.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Yes.
If I find one, would you jump in it?
I might do that. Yeah.
So
I think that'd work. I don't want to do any work.
There's a guy at the gym I've worked out with before. I met at the gym, and he's a doctor.
Yeah.
And he's like, if you find a car wash, he's like, I can put all the money up front for it.
Now we're talking.
And
all right, you got Dr. Daddy Warbucks.
So there's been a few people like that have told me they do it. I'm like, God, if there's really that many people interested, I have an idea, and I've mentioned on podcasts before, but about just starting fresh, getting a piece of farmland. And with where it could be built in stages, kind of like what we talked about.
I thought you were going to live off the land. Start farming.
Yeah, I'll live off the land.
As far as farm ground, I'll sell you.
Yeah, let's talk. But what about you? What's been new? Any big bills that have hit your plate lately?
Yes, today, as a matter of fact, $160,000 bill for a chiller, not a boiler this time, a chiller.
Is this expected?
Yes, we have been kicking the can as long as we possibly could on this because it's obviously a big chunk. But yeah, this is a property in Council Bluffs, and the takeaway for me,
is this one you got from
Cathal.
Yeah.
So I
did cigars with him yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah.
Huh. Thanks for the invite. I had 16 vacant units. Now we're down to 4. So it's been a lot of money going into that. Talked about it. We're bringing bringing the garage online, so it's usable. And yeah, it's a lot of leasing going on over there and a lot of money going out the door. But almost stabilized, very close to that. Just got it reappraised. Don't have the result back yet. So my whole little cheat sheet here just says leasing. So like a lot of these bigger projects that I have put some money into, Branson, for example, like we had 80 units, or actually, I think it was 80 units, might be 90. 3 buildings all came online at the same time where we got the CO. And so like, it's a lot of vacancies, right? So it's like, okay, we're starting to get a handful of them.
It's like Branson.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Yeah. It's like, okay, we're starting to get some, but it's January. Like you can't lease anything there in January. So it's very slow.
How many have you gotten rented?
I think we have 5 or 6 right now. We just got it, and we have a new property manager on site.
You've switched property managers already?
The one we had, she ended up quitting. Not us, but the management company she worked for. I guess she got re-recruited back to her old job.
At what point will you have an independent manager on site for this one? It's got to be something that you have thought about.
There is, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you hired a company.
We hired a company,
yeah,
and they have an on-site payroll manager, yeah. So we just pay them basically management fee flat, and then we have that property manager payroll on our side of the ledger.
Got it.
Yeah, but so they're doing a lot of work on that, and then got that office building in Council Bluffs. Mark Hanrye has been kicking butt on leasing over there. That's who was just reaming me out for my construction guys leaving a mess. But
isn't he local? Arcane, right? Why do I know that name?
Yeah, he manages our office, a couple office buildings in CB for us.
He's a big name, right?
He's one of the owners of Heartland Properties.
Okay,
and owns Pillar Property Management.
Does he have
great dude?
Does he have investments himself?
Oh yeah, a lot.
You think I've heard so much about him.
I've been trying to get him on for a long time,
and he won't.
But I'm badgering him to the point where I think he wants me to leave him alone.
I feel like I know him. I know that name so well.
You probably met him. He's a good dude. Yeah, real good guy. So anyway, all that, and then Modern Heights. I'm a small sliver of an owner. That's Colin Chris's project. Well, that one too, but this one's over in Keystone, like 72nd and Military.
Yeah. Where Colin's office is.
Yep. So that one's about 50% full right now. So a lot of leasing going on. I was telling Denlis before we recorded, I was sitting there thinking, and I'm like, and it actually isn't true, but I've had something under contract the entire time I've been doing this for 20 years.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there thinking, because I'm like, I don't feel like I'm as busy as I have been, because I'm not flipping.
Well, you're doing a lot more partnerships.
Yes, true. And
you're becoming an investor.
yeah. I'm finally moving into that elusive I quadrant and cash flow quadrant. But yeah, anyway, so it's just been a weird it's weird. It feels like a lull. Like I keep waiting for the other shoe to drop, because I'm just so used to always having something going on, upcoming big thing and whatever.
It's funny because
leasing's boring.
When I did lunch with Kelly this week, he specifically talked. He was like, when we do the next podcast, I want to talk specifically on what do you do after you hit it?
Yeah.
Like you're there.
Yep.
Like at what point do you know when it's time to just say, I'm done? And what do you do from that point?
When do you rest?
Right.
And I think that's something you've been battling with, where it seems like you could sell everything you have right now and be set for life.
Yeah.
But you're kind of just like, I want to rest, but you've also like,
I got FOMO, man.
You also 2x your whole entire portfolio in the last year, probably.
There's been a lot of major moves
in partnerships.
Yep. Yeah, it is weird. And I went to the Creighton basketball game last night with Terry Shanahan.
Thanks for the invite.
And I went with him. I got the invite. And anyway, we ran into Colin Schwartz and Ben Catt. So we all the four of us were hanging out talking and stuff. And I had this exact same conversation with Terry, because he went we're talking about people that have all been on the podcast before: Ben Catt, Colin Schwartz, and Terry Shanahan. And Terry's second episode that we had him on was probably 6 months ago,
maybe.
Something like that,
or sooner.
But he killed it for a couple of years and got like 200 houses. And then now he's set, and now he's like, it's weird. And I said, I know. So we had a long conversation about it. It is weird. Yeah.
And he's selling a lot of them too, though.
He is selling a lot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So he's de-risking and simplifying and doing a lot of that stuff.
Interesting.
I
wish we would have gone down that path with him. Like, what are you doing now? Is he paying off the assets so they're all cash flowing?
Maybe he'll be our first part 3.
We've had Megan.
Megan doesn't count.
And we've had Sarah Weaver on quite a few times too.
Have we had her more than twice?
No, I don't think so.
And then we've had her on. We've done a lot of her REIA recordings too. Megan, she's been technically on the podcast probably about
in my heart.
Technicalities.
In my heart, he will be the first third. Maybe
he was hard for part 2. Like it took a lot to get him on.
Did it for part 2?
Yeah. So remember, I had run into him at the arcade, but
I thought he was on. You're stalking him.
I only got a birthday party. I'm like, dude, I've been trying to get hold of you.
Ted's knocking on his window at night.
Come on, man.
You thought any more about that? That's funny. Hey, I stood up a housing inspector this morning accidentally. She had me down for 3 appointments I was supposed to meet her at. Totally spaced it off.
How's that go over? They just feel you?
Not great. No, she was actually cool about it. I was super apologetic, but she called and she's like, or left me a message, and it was a number I recognized, so I just let it go to voicemail and picked it up. And she's like, "Yeah, I'm outside the house. Been here for 15 minutes."
And you're like,
wondering if you're coming.
We know what that's like. Trust me.
I know. I felt terrible, and so
because a lot of times the housing inspectors expect you to wait all day for
exactly.
that.
Yeah.
So reverse that on her.
But anyway, so yeah, I had to reschedule that, and I felt bad, but
yeah, I think you have to pay the inspection fee.
Yeah, she said if I hadn't have called within 5 minutes, it was going to be a no call, no show, and it'd be $100. This is Carter Lake. So
I didn't know they had them there too.
Yeah, they adopted all of Omaha's.
Great.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Thank you for that. Jeez,
so frustrating. Man, I got to tell you, Ted, I know you asked me this before before we started talking, but I have this awesome gift. So Andrea Foley, one of my partners, got me a Remarkable, which is a tablet. It's kind of like a big iPad.
I still think those things are a mistake.
They're cool, man.
They are cool.
But I think what happened was I was charging it and I stood up and forgot I had it plugged in. And I like pulled it, yanked and bent the cord so it twisted the port and snapped some pins.
This is like a digital notepad.
I really need to pick up some soldering skills, I think, on YouTube. I think I can get this baby fixed.
Oh, dude, you're going to ruin it the way more than it is now. Okay, but think about this. Like, it's like we had the Cathals on and we were able
Cathals, I'm sure Ashley Wells would.
Ashley Wells and Cathal, sorry. And then we grabbed the notebook and we're able to find your old notes.
I know.
It doesn't work like that with that damn thing.
Yes, it does. I've had 2 episodes, Ted, where it didn't. I've got it now.
Yes. Or you're like, oh, I lost my notes. Where did they go? They disappeared.
That's because you keep poking at it.
I do not poke at
it. Poker.
No, you are a poker.
Anyway, speaking of pokers, Denlis, you got anything to share with us? Any wisdom from the seas of the Caribbean?
He's going to take on his own golden nugget.
Yeah. Wisdom? Yeah. Oh, I thought you guys wanted an update from me, but I mean, I wasn't ready for wisdom. I was waiting for you guys to ask me. Oh, so what's new in your life?
Anything coming out of your mouth is wisdom, Denlis.
Really?
Everybody feels this way. What were you going to tell us? You were going to announce something, you said?
Dramatic pause. What I was going to announce was, I think I mentioned this to you, Owen, is that I am in the process of buying a videography business.
Yes,
you did. You told me about this.
Right,
we had a long time about this.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of buying your next renovation home, you got to move on to the videography business.
Well, definitely.
He just hurtled over real estate and dove right into buying businesses.
I actually ducked under the hood.
Ducked under the shovel coming at your
not
face.
Jump, not
that is real estate investing.
That's my wife. That's what it is. The shovel from my wife. It took a lot of convincing for her to even be willing to, entertain the thought of me investing in another business. But because it's already aligned with what I'm doing, it kind of softened the blow a little bit. So she was like, okay, let's see where it goes. And right now, I'm still in the negotiating process.
And you have a really strong non-compete order for every party and their spouses.
Yeah. So it's like it's really crazy where I can't delve into the details, obviously, because of the non-compete. But as soon as it closes.
Non-disclosure, is that what we're talking about?
Non-disclosure, yeah. Thank you.
I'm talking about the non-compete that you're going to have to make them sign that them and their significant others.
Yeah, 100%.
All have to sign non-compete.
After we close. Yeah.
Before you close, as part of the deal.
Oh, yes, before. Thank you for that, you see? So who's giving who the golden nuggets here?
Yeah, I've heard...
It's like white elephant gifts.
We talked. I thought
golden elephant gifts.
Somebody we talked to, I don't remember if it was on a podcast or in person, but they were like, yeah, I bought this insurance company and I had a non-compete, but it wasn't with the spouse. And then the spouse went and pirated got clients, got the insurance license and then got all the clients to come over and then they were stuck in a hole well over 7 figures.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Isn't that AJ Osborne?
It was AJ Osborne.
Oh yeah. That's right. Yeah, him and his dad.
That was his failing forward.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Yeah. Listen to that one more time before you sign that contract.
Before I sign that contract, definitely.
I mean, your only value there is the clients that you're going to take on. So
yeah, you got especially because it's an asset purchase.
The clients are liquid.
So, but other than that, Tamara and I have been back and forth thinking about what our next move is.
Baby number 3.
Trying not to avoid that right now.
Oh,
it's hard, but it's something that we're still trying to avoid. But if God puts it that we have to have a 3rd child right now, then we're going to accept it.
All right, it's in your hands, big guy. Make this happen.
Yeah, but we have been thinking and chatting about a 2nd house. So we're looking at like a ranch is what we're looking to invest in. She is still open to buying a fixer-upper. She just doesn't want me to do any of the work.
Is that because of shoddy workmanship or
it's
time?
Time. It really is time.
And grumpiness.
Yeah, but this is your only day job, so you have the time to do it.
Well, yeah, but have you met Tamara?
Yeah, a couple times.
Okay. Well, you need to get to know her a little bit better to understand why I asked that question.
Because you think that she would be all up for like, hey, you're not...
Be saving money, right? Yeah.
Saving money and it's work.
Yeah.
Would you make your current property a rental?
That is, and that's what we're thinking about, because we bought it And right now, if we were to do like a desktop appraisal or something, it probably would come in at we'd have about between $70,000 and $80,000 of equity in the house.
Worth what? Probably 300.
It's about 285. We have about 200 on it still, on the mortgage still.
Yeah.
So we were thinking of getting a HELOC and using that money as the down payment for the second home and then renting this one out.
That place would probably rent for at least $2,500.
If we get it rent at $2,500, we probably would be cash flowing right at around like $500 or $600 a month. So it is something.
What's your mortgage out on that place, percent wise?
PITI?
No, just the percent. Like 3.5, 4, 5.
Oh, that's 6.75.
Oh, so you missed the good times.
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
you missed the window.
Because
I was now.
I was flipping. That was supposed to be my first rental, and that was right at the end of 2022 was when I bought that. So at the beginning of 2023,
not good times.
Not good times at all. And that's how we ended up.
It got worse though. You're fine.
But that's how it is. We ended up basically doing that sale instead of it being a rental. I sold it from my LLC to my wife. So that's how that ended up happening, because I wanted to rent it to us initially. So my wife was going to be the renter because we wanted to move out from our apartment and we wanted to live in a house. So that was the goal.
Yeah.
We didn't want to pay $1,500 in rent. So we decided, okay, let's get a house. Let's fix it up. I own it 100% in my LLC. So I could have you as a tenant.
And then you can write off everything.
And right. So that was the thinking. That was the line of thinking. And then the interest rates when we bought it was like 5 point something. I was like, yeah, this could work because I could get, a debt service ratio of 1.25 if I rented to her for like $2,000. And then it went up and up and up. And now it's like, okay, the only way I get a 1.25 debt service so that I could get this refinanced was if it is I rented for like $2,900, and it was never going to happen.
Yeah.
So that's how it was like, all right, I have to sell it. And who am I going to sell it to? We put so much effort into it. We basically customized it because we thought we were going to live in it. So I might as well sell it to my wife. So when I went to the lender and I was like, yeah, can I do this? They were like, I need to get back to you. And then 2 days later, they was like, yes, this is fully legitimate. We could do this. Let's get it going. So,
hey, question for you. So how much of your own money do you think is sitting in equity in your house? Of your own, not just the market
not appreciation. About $40,000.
40. Okay, so you're probably in the positive.
Actually, about $20,000. Sorry,
20. So you're probably 65 in the positive.
Yeah.
In 3 years.
Yeah.
So if you were giving 3 years ago Denlis some advice, what advice would you be giving him about being 65K richer 3 years later? Would you do more of the same?
Of course I will.
Okay.
But it's not Denlis alone. That's the whole problem here.
Okay.
I could be how convincing to myself. It's very difficult to be convincing to my significant other. That's where the hurdle is. So it's more of a...
Have you tried bribery? I found it works. I mean, you laugh.
Bro,
I started giving Jen $1,000 every time I flipped a house or transacted one. And I know this sounds stupid because we're married, but like,
no, I've heard that story,
yeah.
and it has crossed my mind on so many different occasions. But that would require me to do a deal without her knowing, and then give her the money after and be like, "This is what I could do."
You can't get the permission first.
No,
you gotta go for the apology.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. But then if it is, I get in over my head and it burns.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get double the fat. Exactly.
Yeah, you're in the doghouse.
So am I gonna risk it right now?
This is a high risk operation that we're talking about.
I bet if you would have done something with that Pace Morby membership you bought, she probably wouldn't be so hard on you.
That's very true. That's very true. No. Ted is 100% right, because I invested about $4,500 with
Pace's class.
Yeah, to get into sub 2 with Tony. We went in half, and it was $4,000. And I have not done anything with it. Nothing. I've signed into sub 2 probably twice.
Yeah.
And when I signed, I could remember why the second time I was like, wow, I don't know if I could do this. When I went in, there's so much things in there. Like it's literally overwhelming. There's so much information, and there's so much things. Like, it's good for someone who knows exactly what they want to do in their sub 2 strategy or whatever. So if I know I want to get into RV parks under this price point, blah, 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 with these criteria, and I know that to a T, then I could search it and find as much information in there, and it's really good. But for someone who's like, okay, let me try the sub 2 thing and doesn't know what the hell they want to do,
yeah,
it's overwhelming, and that was me. So until I dial in my target, then a sub 2 will always be there. And I know that. And I will be able to pull that value maybe 5 years later. But I know that as soon as I dial in my target and I have that 30, I could go into sub 2 and attack it like that.
Yeah, it's kind of like picking your section out of a newspaper, if you remember newspapers. I do.
Yeah, me too.
But you know what I mean? Like you just skip everything, grab the sports section
exactly.
or business or whatever. That's kind of what it's like. There's like all this portfolio of information and you're like, okay, I'll take this what applies. But also you're obviously not passionate about the housing part either. You know, you like flipping, like you aren't like, oh, I'm chomping at the bit to do this. It's like something you should do. It's a good idea. Probably you kind of don't have the green light to do it, so you just don't really want to push the issue because that's bigger fish to fry type thing.
That is
tilapia.
That kind of is it. I probably do want to do it. I want to get into flipping, and I see the motivation. Like the upside is very motivating of getting successful flips, but it's getting successful flips. That is really the hardest part.
That's what that class is supposed to do for you.
Right. So, getting
that's
Friday.
That's what it's all about, buying off market deals.
So,
well, we love getting the catch up from Denlis, find out what's going on in your world. Hopefully we get more of them as you step into the studio space more and more.
Yeah. I actually have an announcement that, in probably 2 or 3 weeks, I'll be able to let you guys know. But until then, I'll hold it off. Surprises.
Yeah, a little mystery tease there.
Stay tuned for episode what you said 3, so maybe 285, 286 range. Then I guess we'll find out.
All right, we'll follow up.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
Okay, well, lots we covered there. We hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. Please leave us a 5-star review and go ahead and mark all episodes as read on your podcast app. And with that, Owen Dashner, we see us out.
On behalf of REIA Radio, Denlis Bertrand, and Ted Kaasch, I'm Owen Dashner, and you've been listening to the Real Estate Rundown. Sign off.